Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rekha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel that's been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the heathen, but still stem back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's Tawal Payah from the Providence, Rhode Island camp, coming at you with a quick lesson. Low willingness is edifying and straight to the point. And I'm just going to get straight into it, reading in the book of Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends. So this lesson is really going to be going into departing from the ways of the heathen. And when it comes down to our enemies, okay, you can read a list of our enemies in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Now, let me go there real fast and then come back. But let's read this list because it's very important for you, especially as an Israelite, to know who your enemy is. Okay? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. It says, For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, see, now is going into the list of the enemies of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the Israelites. Okay, starting off with the Edomites. The Edomites are the so-called Jewish people. Okay, the Zionists, the people that are living, the majority of the people that are living in the land of Israel today. Those people are Edomites. That's their true biblical nationality. Nowadays, they also go by white. They also go by Caucasian, the European. Those are other names they have disguised themselves with in order to keep this information from being put out on the forefront. Because the thing is, the destiny for the Edomites is destruction, complete annihilation. In the kingdom of heaven, after serving 1,000 years of slavery, servitude, the Edomites will be completely done away with. You could read that in the book of Obadiah, the 18th verse. Okay? But the nation listed after the Edomites here in Psalms 83 and 6 is the Ishmaelites, which the Ishmaelites today are the so-called Arabians, the Arabs. They themselves know that they descend from Ishmael. Okay? The Muslim community, the Islam community, they know that Muhammad was an Ishmaelite. Okay? Moab, okay, and the Hagarenes and Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Asher also is joined with. So these are the enemies. These are just it's a small list of the main enemies, right? But the nations of the world, right? Because there's 18 nations in the Bible. The Heavenly Father chose one nation to be above all people. All 17 nations are enemies of the Heavenly Father's people. Okay, let's go back to Sirach, the 6th chapter. Now that we established who are the enemies of the Most High and His people, it says, "If thou be brought low, He will be against thee." Now, how about Shemiel Shai has his people in the lowest state right now for the disobedience against His word? And right now, what is happening is the enemies are being used as a whipping stick. Okay, you can read in the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter as well. In the 5th verse, it says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger. At this time, the Assyrians were being used as the rod of the Heavenly Father's anger all right, against the Northern Kingdom. The Native Americans is what they are called today, all right, Latinos, all right. It says, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. So the staff that is in the hand of the Assyrians or the heathen or the enemies of the Most High, all right, that staff that's being uh, uh, used against the Israelites, that is the indignation of the Heavenly Father. Indignation means righteous anger, and the Heavenly Father has all sorts of justification in terms to be righteously angry with us. Okay, just bear with me for a moment. All right, so now let's go back to the book of Ecclesiasticus. All right, chapter 6, in verse 12 again, it says, if thou be